All right, we back. And we going right back in. Gonna get back in rotation. Out the hole, back in the mix. So they put me back in the mix. And I'm in this corner cell again. All the way up on the top floor this time. I'm all the way on the fourth floor. So I got a dude beside me. I think he was GD. And I was watching one of Bill's stores the other day. And it reminded me of this. And I'm not gonna tell nobody what to do. But I'm gonna just let y'all know this is something that been bothering me and ain't been sitting right with me since like 2006, like the end of 2006. Um, man, I had this dude beside me that was a GD. I can't remember his name. And I told you, like when you in a corner cell, that person that you in a corner cell with is almost, you know what I'm saying, like this. Your cell, his cell. So it's kind of like y'all cellmates. In a one man cell where you ain't supposed to have no cellmate, you got them always in your business, always in your face. Anything happening over there, you basically got to deal with it. Like I'm telling you, when this man take a shit, you gonna smell it. That's how close y'all is. So it's like, let me back up and tell y'all what I was watching on Bill page on his channel. Shout out to Bill, man. If y'all don't mess with him, Bill Feezy, y'all go check him out. But I was on one of his pages one day and he was doing a live, I guess. But somebody had asked him on his live, he was like, what TP folks stand for? And he was like, man, he was reading the question. I guess he wasn't trying to read it, but he was reading so fast. He was like, what TP? He's like, man, I'm not going to answer that because if you ask me that, you already know. I'm not even put to play with you like that. So I'm like thinking in my head, damn. And the reason why is because of this story. Like, this dude beside me was a real fuck up. Dude was crazy. He stayed on one. He was always into it with the officers. He was always going back and forth with it on the tour with somebody. And then, at the end of it, it'd be one of the other disciples, one of the other gangsters, that'll yell up there or send him a kite or something up there and check him or get him right. And he'll be like, hey, folks, hey, yo, you right, man. You right, man. I'm call it. Hey, when you ain't got to TP folks. Somebody do something for me. TP folks. Hey, folks, TP folks. I used to always wonder in my head, like, man, what TP stand for? And I be trying to figure it out, and I be guessing. I never could think about it. So, as the time went on, and dude kept on saying this stuff, I kept trying to figure out what TP stood for. I never could come up with it. And I had some other gangster type of homeboys, and I'm like, A1 day one with, I ain't never thought to ask them. Not saying they'll tell me, probably would, but the way it is now, everybody know everybody knowledge and lit anyway. So, but it's just something I had forgot about. But when I was in prison, it really did bother me because I wanted to know what it was. And I was tripping when I heard dude ask, because I'm like, dude sound like me, like, bro, what does it mean, bro? I just want to know. I'm curious. So when Bill didn't answer it, I was like, man. After all these damn years, I'm thinking I'm about to find out he still didn't answer that shit. So I thought about dude though, and I was like, let me tell y'all, because I had already told y'all about Killer and Miss Willis. Now, dude and Miss Willis had this little thing going on too, but it wasn't like him and Killer. Her and Killer. His thing going on with Miss Willis was he was crazy, and Miss Willis wasn't the type of she disrespectful. She talk bad to you, she talk up on your clothes, all that. Because she didn't heard it. I told y'all, Miss Willis is not a attractive woman. She's not an attractive woman. So she done heard all the bullshit from all the killers and the rapers and the whoopers and the robbers. They done talked to all the gangster shit, all the big boy bitch, you ugly hoe, you ain't shit, you black nothing, you ain't nothing. She heard all that. So when it's her turn to go, she learned some shit. So she know how to talk bad to a nigga. Well, she get up under your skin. So that was their relationship, their dynamic, man. They stayed into it every day, all day. It was always something with them too. Like, I mean, and I ain't gonna lie, it was some times where she did do wrong, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, I got to ride with the inmate. I got to ride with the convict because I'm in your situation. I know what you're going through, and I know why you're doing what you're doing. But sometimes you just look over the person, you don't understand why they're doing what they're doing. So I'm like, man, that bro could really be minding her business, man. He walking that door. We way up here in the corner, bro. This man would drive himself crazy and then lose his voice to holler and cuss her out for nothing just because she walked through the door. That's all you got to do. And this man that went from human to motherfucking howler monkey. All on the bar. I'd be like, God, dang. Hate when they be walking through the door because this nigga gonna just wake up and go crazy. Man, it was like just this thing they had. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way to explain it. Now, one time they got into it real bad because I forgot what it was, but dude was trying to get the nurse. And if you ain't put no sick call slip in, 9 times out of 10 when a nurse come around passing out pills or whatever she gonna do, she really not gonna see you. She not gonna stop and talk to you. She don't want to hear nothing you got to say. And the reason is because of the Mad Jackals. Now we in the Mexican 1 million cell. The Mad Jackals is turned up on 100. Cause these dudes in they 1 million cell. So whenever a female walk by, it could be Miss Willis' ugly self walking by. It's gonna be somebody in there like this, you know what I'm saying, doing that. Exposing themselves, playing with themselves. And the nurses really get tired of that. You know, they really get tired of it because they not built like these CEOs. They not talking back and talking, well, most of them not talking shit like the CEOs. Some of them is. But they don't want to see that, bro. So they don't have to deal with every inmate. So they get to a point where they not going to deal with you unless they got their paperwork. They say they got to deal with you. Okay, so it was one of them situations. I've been in this situation before. It was scary as hell. Let me tell you what happened. So I wake up one morning and I'm uncomfortable as hell. Like I can't like sleep. I can't lay right. I can't go back to sleep at night. My chest was hurting and I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out what the hell going on. I did medical in the military, so I'm not even thinking heart attack. Because I know the heart attack pain don't start in your chest, it starts in your left arm. So I'm like, shit, left arm feels straight, you know what I'm saying? I'm good. But what's up with my chest? All of a sudden, the change that was in my chest, and it feel like something trying to bust out my chest. So if I'm taking a deep breath or something, that hurt. It feel like something literally trying to bust out my chest. Now, if I lay down, I feel that pressure like it's like it feel like my chest is up like this, like a pyramid, busting out my shit like that. If I lay on my side, I feel it in the front and the back. If I lay on the front, then I feel it in the back, like it's trying to bust out my spine. And I'm like, what the hell? And it put me in, man, I'm feeling like if you ever seen the movie Alien, with that alien in the old girl's stomach, trying to bust out. That's how I'm feeling, like, oh shit. So that day go by, I'm going through pain. I can't explain it. But I'm trying to, you know, tough it out, be a man. I'm a pretty woman. There ain't nothing I can really do. So I go through the night and I can't sleep. And I wake up and I'm tired as hell, man. I didn't want to cry. I'm like, oh shit. It done got worse. It feel like whatever in my chest thing grew overnight. It's double the size. So now I can just barely breathe. Like, just barely breathing hurts. This shit hurts. Ain't no laying down. Ain't no laying down. If I sit on the toilet and lean back on the wall, it hurt my damn chest. Feel like my shit about to bust open. So I'm just like, oh man, I'm about to cry. I didn't filled out a sick call slip, but I don't think I'm gonna make it 72 hours. They got 72 hours to come see you or call you down there. So I'm hollering for the nurse every time the nurse come in. I got other people hollering for the nurse for me because I'm like, man, I'm really up here in pain, and these folks know that I'm really in pain. They can hear me up here moaning and groaning and shit. I'm up all night doing this, and the people that's around me can't sleep because they hearing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm in here like, for real, I'm messed up. I'm thinking I'm dying. I don't know what's going on. You feel me? So I'm steady hollering for the nurses. I'm steady hollering for the nurses. Nurses, they walk past my cell real fast, thinking I'm trying to play with myself or something. They get up there, I ain't doing it. So I don't understand why they wouldn't stop me. But they, you know what I'm saying, they'll dip anyway. And I'm like, damn, you came all the way up here to the 4th tier. You came all the way up here, and I'm the one hollering. You might as well stop by and see what I'm trying to tell you. So it was this one nurse, man. She was an older woman. And I used to trip because my mama is a nurse. And this woman favors my mama a whole hell of a lot. Only thing is, this woman's skin complexion is like mine. And she got, you know what I'm saying, she got the darker skin. My mama is very light skinned. That's why my skin is this color. Like, I would be dark as every other Haitian you know. But my mama a red bone. Um, anyway, so this old school nurse come up there. And I'm begging her, please come see me. Please come see me. So she come down and she lean on the rail. She like, what's up? And I'm like, yeah, I think I'm pretty down. I don't know what's going on. My chest hurts so bad. I'm like, my back hurt. And I'm telling her, I'm like, man, I ain't slept in 2 days. I tell her, look, when I lay down on my back, I feel like my chest about to bust open. If I lay down on my stomach, I feel like my back about to bust open. I said, I lay down on my side, and I feel like they were both about to bust open. I said, the only time I get a little rest. I said, man, I had to wedge myself over there in the corner and kind of lean sideways in the corner on my shoulder and my head. But I couldn't just put that pressure on my rib cage over there like that, or it put pressure on my chest and feel like it's gonna bust. And she was laughing like, so I'm not laughing at you, baby. I'm not laughing at you, baby. Keep on. So I'm telling her what's going on. I'm like, I'm scared. She's like, you don't think you're having a heart attack, do you? I'm like, nah, I don't think it's a heart attack. She was like, good. Because most people tell me this, think they put to have a heart attack. And I'm like, man, So it come down to it, and she give me like a handful of Tums, like 3, 4 Tums in my hands. Tums, Rolaids, one of them. And she like, eat these. And I'm like, huh? She like, put them in your mouth. I'm putting them in my mouth. She like, chew them. So I'm chewing them. She like, swallow. Swallow. She was like, get you a sip of water. I got some water. So I'm getting water. She walking off. I'm like, that's all? And she was like, yeah, that's it. I'm like, man. So when she get downstairs, you know, it's like I say, it's 4 flights of stairs. But she got to walk all the way around and holler at who else she gonna talk to on top floor. And then she go down the step, go down the step, go down the steps. She on the bottom floor. Walk to the door. She get to the door and she turn back around. She holler my cell number out. She like, hey, 46. And I come back down, ma'am. And she like, how you feel? And I was getting ready to tell her, and I'm like, I'm just, man, I'm talking about this burp came out of me so big and loud, and when it stopped, I just felt like my chest just said, shh. And I was back to normal. I'm like, ooh, thank you. And she like, uh-huh. I'm like, man, this was gas in my damn chest. Gas. And that woman gave me some damn Tums or some Rolaids, about 3, 4 of them, and made me chew them. Man, burp this shit up. Feeling superb, you feel me? So, I was tripping on it, but I'm glad, man, after a couple of days, somebody had finally, you know what I'm saying, made the nurse come see me. So, back to dude. He in this situation, I don't remember what his situation was or why he needed the nurse. But, whatever it was, he felt like he really did need the nurse. He wasn't playing. But I'm like, dude, you got to realize you one of them dudes who always playing. You always in some shit. You always got some shit going. So, of course, every once in a while, most of the time, damn near all the time, when you want something, the guard, the CEO, gonna feel like you want some bullshit, bro. You the one. Out of 100-something dudes here, you the one that's always on some BS. When you call me, it's always some BS. When I come by your cell, it's always some BS. When I come to cuff you up and take you to the shower, take you to the yard, it's always some BS. You always give them a hard time. We just don't like dealing with you. And I used to hate that shit because I'm like, bro, you damn near my cellmate, bro. When I need something, they feel the same way because they don't want to come up here and deal with you. Motherfucker don't want to come up here and go to your cell and come to my cell because of what they got to deal with standing next to you. You come to the time. So I'm going to tell you about this medical situation. Dude and Miss Willis is getting into it because he been telling her for a couple of days he need a nurse. Miss Willis come through, and I guess she had promised him she was going to get the nurse and she ain't do it or something. I don't know what it was. But dude had gotten mad. And I told y'all about the potion. You know what I'm saying? When y'all watch other people shit, I heard people call it Glock Dookie or whatever they call it. The potion, like I heard somebody's story, they were like, he peed in the bottle, urinated in the bottle, they just squeezed it on him. And I'm like, no, that's not the potion, bro. That's pee. The potion is going to be pee and doo-doo. and you put it in the bottle, and they shake it up, and the doo-doo eventually liquefy. So it's just one thick liquid. And after a while, a couple weeks or so, man, that shit it started turning like a milky white color. It go in stages. It be yellow, and then it be brown, and then it be that milky beige white type of color. And I'm telling you, bro, this shit is cooking, and it's turning into straight poison. Like, this is not pee and urine no more. This is a real weapon. And this is what I was telling them. I'm like, man, how y'all just throwing this stuff on people? Boy, the shit they throwing on these folks, boy, these folks got to go to the jail and get processed when they do this shit. It ain't no disciplinary. They getting a charge. You going over to Lee County and getting fingerprinted. They'll bring you back to your cell, but you want to go get fingerprinted. You would have court dates about throwing this stuff. So, dude that made this shit, man, and I'm not even knowing he done did it. I'm not even knowing. But he got this bottle of stuff over here. And he getting into it with Miss Willis every day. But he just out telling me, yeah, that's all right, bitch. I got something for you. I got something for you. That's all right, bitch. I got something for you. Now we hearing this shit, but ain't nobody really thinking about the potion. Like, this ain't something that everybody do. Everybody don't do this. This is a rare occurrence. And I'm going to break it down after this about some more things that people do. But this potion is a rare occurrence because it is so serious. Like, I'm telling you, if you throw this on a guard, you might as well be stabbed them. You catching a charge like that because you sending them to the hospital. They get messed up. They're not coming back to work for about a week or two. So, dude got this stuff over here marinating, and him and Miss Willis is steady getting into it. Like, they is steady getting into it. It might be little, it might be big, but she can't come in that barriers without him saying something. She can't pass him a cell and a tray through his cell without this man, you know what I'm saying? She don't even want to do it no more. It's to the point where she really kind of had inmates pass our trays because she don't want to come around that corner because this man might try to spit on her or anything. But I told you, a dude in prison will learn how to adapt and change. So this man get to where he just quit yelling at me. He not telling me what's going on, so I'm not knowing. I'm falling for the okie doke. He ain't yelling at her. He ain't talking no mess to her. She come through. It's just he won't even speak. He go sit on his rack. He at the back of his cell. So she'll come through, put the trays up. He ain't jumping up real quick trying to say nothing. So it might go about a week or two, like not a whole 2 weeks. I'm gonna see a few days, maybe a week go by. A dude just playing nonchalant with Miss Willis. So she brought the trays one day. We ate. Sat back, ate good. And she come back through. And I'm thinking, because dude did not call her up here, I'm thinking this man sat there and waited for his perfect opportunity, which was that day after we ate, somebody else called her up there on the floor. Now, the person it was like 2 doors. He on the short wall. I'm on the long wall. So it's like 2 doors down from him on the short wall, which would have made it real easier. If she'd have been on the floor, she could have just came on down, hit them stairs, and been right there at dude's cell. But where she was, it was easier for her to hit them stairs and come on around. But when she came around, boom, she had my cell. And I'm telling you, my cell is here. Like, I'm standing here looking through these bars at you like this. So I'm here. This nigga cell is here. And he's standing here looking at her through these bars and she walking this way. So he got this potion. And it's like, if you standing in his bars, you standing in his doorway on the bars, and to this wall right here to your immediate right, the wall don't keep going straight. It kind of slant into the room a little bit. And kind of coming off that wall is your toilet and your sink. Your little plexi mirror or whatever that is you can't really see nothing out of. So he got the potion sitting there on the sink. Now, she done got to the point where she comfortable and she coming down this way. This way. He right here, like he messing with something at the sink, and it's that potion. She walking right towards this dude. I don't see what he doing because he got like his side and his back to me. But he over here taking the top off this potion. Almost like this. You know, it's a bigger bottle, probably about this tall, probably about that fat, like a shampoo bottle. And he's sitting there taking the top off of, boom. She walking, and all she really seeing is like his shoulder and his side, like he minding his business in his cell. Well, as she step up, this man swing around to the side like this. All in her face. Eye, nose, mouth, neck. It's on her clothes. This shit then hit my bars. When he threw it, the shit hit my bars. The shit all on my motherfucking arm and shit all on my motherfucking, on my shirt. I had my white beat on, so it was on my shirt. Bro, this shit stank like a motherfucker. It's on me. But it's on her good. He got her good. I got like the splash. She got the splash. All that shit. So, she sitting there screaming. And she holding her face. And then she holding her face. It's like, you can see the skin sliding off. It's pink. And it's bleeding like it's like blood bubbles. It ain't even like, and when I say blood bubbles, I mean like, okay, you know how you sweat? And it be like little beads of sweat? That's what was on her forehead, little beads of Kool-Aid. So she had the beads of Kool-Aid on her forehead, on her face, everywhere she was touching. Like when she touches, the skin come off and you see the beads forming. And eventually it was like coming down, but it was just forming. And she running and screaming. Can't really see, so she's trying to hold the rail and get down there, trying to call for the cold, holler for the other inmates to help her, because it was some inmates out there supposed to be picking up trays. So they didn't call the code, and I'm like, oh man. So when they come up there, dude is like, he not coming out the cell. So they get the Goon Squad. The Goon Squad is SRT. So when they come through, hold on. Okay, so the Goon Squad coming, and my dumb ass would usually be wetting up my shirt to wrap that around my face, because I know they finna come through here and spray this nigga down, which means they gonna spray me down. Thing about it is, my shirt got the ooh-wee on it. So I just took that off. And I'm not finna wrap that around my face. I'm really over trying to get this stuff off my arm. I still got, I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see it, but I got a couple spots on my arm. It's like real shiny up under my tattoos and in between them. From where that shit hit me and kind of burnt. So, I done washed that off. And I ain't got no state shirt because I cut my state shirt up and made a fishing line. It's prison, man. You gotta do penitentiary stuff. So, I ain't got no shirt to wrap around my face. I'm trying to snatch the sheet off and put my sheet up over the door. Because I know they coming. I didn't make it in time. So, by the time I get up there, they already got the can, and they lined up. You got the shields, and it's probably like 8 of them in a line. And then you got the captain up there, he talking to her like he got the camera, and he filming. He like, hey, man, turn around and catch the cuffs. Man, right, ain't catching no cuffs, y'all got me, bring your ass on here. You got to come here and get me. I'm like, oh, man, damn. At this time, like I said, I can't do nothing because they done already told me get away from them cell bars. I can't walk over there and put my curtain up. So they sitting here with the can, and the can look like a fire extinguisher, but it's green. It's about half the size. It's about this big, but like a little half pint green fire extinguisher. So he's sitting there with this, the first dude. The dude behind him, all of them got shields. These big football playing looking dudes, they suited up. They all got their riot gate shields. So dude, I heard the camera, he tell him to come up, he tell him, look, we ain't put that this force on dude, he don't want to comply, so hit him. As soon as he say that, they spray the seal down. Dude go to choking. When he go to choking, he throw the signal. The seal behind slide over. Man, they rush in with the shield. We in with the shields. Rush dude to the back of the cell. You know what happened after that. They served him up real nice and neat. Beat him down. Brought him out with the Kool-Aid leaking. Drug him down the stairs. Boom, 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 boom. Boy, we on the 4th floor. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Dude kind of dirty. But, like I was saying, dude, what do you expect? All these guards hate you, bro. You done got into it with every guard on every ship. You can talk about their mamas. You can talk about their kids. And they just been waiting on the day that they would get the opportunity to do you like what they just did you. Beat the mess out of you up here in this cell. Drag you down these stairs. Bing, 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 bing. Steady hitting your head, elbow, all the hard parts and the soft parts. Boy, this concrete steel. Ain't nothing you touching in here gonna feel soft. Ain't nothing in here gonna be gentle. So they ain't got to do it down floor flights of stairs. And they whooping him. They dragged him across the floor to the whatchamacallit, to the salad port so they can get him on the hallway, take him to the hole. Which I ain't gonna say I don't understand, because I'm like, well, you gonna take him away from a one-man cell, put him in another one-man cell somewhere else. But, like I said, that's just how it be in the Mac sometimes, man. The dude will go on one about the simplest stuff. Even though it don't be simple, because like I was saying, I probably would have went on one about the nurse when I needed it, but boy, I wasn't in no position. I wasn't finna yell, scream, raise my voice, shake on no balls, kick nothing, punch nothing. Man, good little boy just crying over it, man. Help me out, please. I'm hurt. Man, somebody give me some help. I'm trying to tell you, it's how it be. Now, I said I was gonna tell y'all about the other stuff. Okay, so I told you about the potion. You know about the lock in the sock. You know what I'm saying? That's my tool of choice, the lock in the sock. Everybody know about them bang bang Pokemucks. You know what I'm saying? Like Feezy say, the candy bars and stuff like that. It's a couple more things. Wires. If a person got a wire, ooh, wait. Listen. If you take the wires, say like I was something simple, a cord, and you strip that down till you ain't got nothing left but the copper wire, and you can take that and braid it up or twist it up with something else and make it thick. But then, like I'm saying, it's copper. Then you got the rubber part that you keep on both ends. Now you got it like a jump rope, but it's only this big. Man, you come up behind a dude, it's what he gonna do? Nothing. Expire. Out of business. And if you got your rubber on there, you can hold the thing, put it tight as you want to, and there ain't nothing, nobody can come. By the time a guard get there and what can they do? I'm just being serious. What can they literally do? Nothing. If he stick his hands in there, what can he do? Nothing. It's still gonna happen. It's gonna cut through that and keep on happening. You can't stop it. That wire is gonna get you. So the wire, a lot of people don't know about that. It was something else I was just thinking, oh, that 190. I heard Toon speaking about the 190. He was talking about how dude was trying to throw it on old boy now. Now ours is a little bit different. Our 190 hot water is like, if you have a, we ain't used to have ice machines in the birds. We had water fountains. So you got a water fountain, you got cold, ice cold water. I'm saying water, ice cold. One good thing. So on the thing, it's also like a knob, like a nozzle that come up and loop around, and they got the caution sign on. It's hot. That's 190. So you turn that on the side, and it'll just pour out real. You know what I'm saying? Not real slow, but it'll pour out slower than the water fountain. This water is 190 degrees. So if you're trying to make soup, you're trying to make coffee, you're trying to cook whatever you're cooking, this is what you're gonna use. You know what I'm saying? Instead of everybody putting up on the big thing, what you would do is, we got bowls with lids you can buy on the stove. You use it as Tupperware, but you would take like a bag of chili. It's in a bag. So you're going to take that, put that in a bowl, fill the bowl up with 190, put the lid on it, and let that boil like that. Or whatever you're trying to warm up, that's how you're going to do it. You don't just leave your stuff out for everybody else. Because you know what I'm saying, it's going to come up missing. It's the jump. Dudes like to eat, and if they think they can steal your stuff and get away with it, they're going to do it. They ain't even think about the consequences till the consequences hit them, or poke them, or whatever it do to them. But if you was gonna use that 190 for protection, you wouldn't just put it in a cup or something and throw it on somebody. What you would do is you would take either some candy like Jolly Ranchers, brush them down, break the Jolly Ranchers down to like little crumbs and dust. Put that in the bottom of the cup. Now you go put that 190 on that, you stir it up. What they're gonna do is that's gonna make that 190 real thick. Them Jolly Ranchers gonna make it real thick and sticky icky. So when you throwing something hot on somebody, you want it to be sticky because it's gonna stick to them. And like I just told you about Miss Willis, when you trying to peel that off, oh my God. Yeah, it's taking skin. It's gonna take some meat. It's gonna cook you, bro. And if they throw that sticky stuff on there, it's gonna cook you, bro. Now, if you ain't got no Jolly Ranchers, put some baby oil in there. You can put a little pomade or something like that. Something that's gonna break down and turn into an oil. See, an oil gonna stick on you a lot better than water. And even though you let that sit in there and melt down and you stir it up and you get that real good and hot, and when you throw that on there, it's kind of like grits. You know, having hot grits like auntie them used to do. You know what I'm talking about? So that right there, boy. That 190. That's a. Oh, I'll give you one more that you put in the 190. Magic Shade. They just put the Magic Shade, and the Magic Shade will go in there with the Jolly Rancher stuff. So if you got, because the Magic Shade it's gonna peel something really. It's gonna really peel. You ain't even got to touch it after you put the Magic Shade on there. The Magic Shade gonna activate. It's gonna cook you. Boy, they trying to mess you up. You ain't getting no more girl. You make it out of her, boy. I mean, I ain't gonna say you ain't, because there's some women who love or ugly dudes straight out of the penitentiary. But yeah, I digress, man. It's some ways to do some things. Hold on. But yeah, man, it just had be. And I'm getting ready to end this video in just a second, but I'm trying to think of what I'm gonna come with y'all next. I just had it on my mind how to interrupt it. I forgot. But I'm pretty sure it'll come back to me. Anyway, man, y'all enjoy y'all day. And no matter what you do it the long way, not the wrong way. We out.